Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well. We're going to do a love reading today, taking a look at what is going on with the person you were dealing with. Remember, though, it is a general reading, so it won't be for everyone, unfortunately. So take what resonates and leave the rest. However, if you are interested in personal readings, I have a half-price sale on at the moment until the end of the month. A link for that is in the description box below. So, something is coming closer here. Could be looking at a connection that is either centered around physical distance, or for some of you, potentially a kind of platonic connection. The overall energy of the reading is the Six of Swords here, and the main focus is the Fool. There is an energy there of some type of progress. I feel like someone's starting to bridge the gap between the two of you. Could be an energy there related to peace as well. But if you look at the Fool card, there's a little doggy there that is kind of warning the Fool about that he's at the edge of the cliff and he needs to be careful. So I feel like there's kind of a devil on their shoulder, or some type of potential negative speak or self-sabotage with this person that is still causing them to hold back a little bit, kind of representing their shadow side. But there's an energy here where they want to be with you or emotionally available to you. And as that was coming up, the blocks and the challenges are the King of Cups, Scorpio energy, and the Hermit, Virgo energy. I feel like they're looking at the situation a little bit too. I have my Mars and Venus in a tight conjunction in Virgo. With Virgo energy can sometimes be very pedantic, perfectionist. There's something stopping this person from just like fully making the leap. With that Hermit energy, Virgo, they may be over analyzing things too much. But there's an energy, I keep getting this energy where this person really wants to be with you, but their logical mind is causing some type of issue here. And with that King of Cups, Scorpio energy, they're suppressing what they feel. If this is a physical, a long distance connection or a platonic connection, then they're over analyzing things and coming up with reasons why it might not work instead of taking the leap. So if it's long distance, that obviously brings a lot of challenges. If it's platonic, what if I'm reading the situation wrong? What if I fully jump into this, but it doesn't work out? Some of them have some form of like kind of almost crippling anxiety. Their intentions are the King of Wands. We've got two kings, Leo energy, romance. Give me one more card with the King of Wands. And we've got the World card, Saturnian energy. I feel like this person's looking at the situation too much around what could go wrong instead of looking at what could go right. However, this person wants to be very romantically involved and invested in you and the situation. They also are trying to be more assertive and confident around it. They may have done a pros and cons list as well about the situation, but I feel like we have a phrase where I'm from, which is shy Ben's getting out. If you don't ask, you don't get. The surest way, like, if you don't try, then yeah, it's not going to work out. It's like you can't win the lottery if you don't play. Yeah, you might, there's a good chance, particularly with the lottery, you will lose. But if you don't play, if you don't try, you most definitely will. Their actions are showing up as the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups. I just don't know what to do with myself. That crossroads energy where they're kind of stumped by the final obstacle, the final hurdle. There is some form of distance between you and this person that they really wish they could close and open up emotionally with you, but they're looking at the situation too logically, too pessimistically, and they're almost like that devil on the shoulder, self sabotage. They're focused. If we if we focus too much on the negative instead of the positive, what could go wrong instead of what could go right, you can inadvertently, subconsciously manifest that outcome when it isn't what you want. Yes, it's good to look at a situation logically and think things through and be aware of like the various outcomes or what could go right, what could go wrong. But at a certain point, you kind of need to let that go. This person wants to get closer to you, they want to open up emotionally to you. There's a heavy focus on what they want potentially with romance in that King of Wands energy, but they're too focused on what could go wrong at the moment, and that is kind of holding them back. Sometimes that Nine of Wands energy, though, can be the kind of final hurdle or obstacle that we need to overcome. And then we've got the Seven of Cups, which they've got this like this person, even if they don't show it, has a very kind of active, overly stimulated mind where their uncertainty around the situation is causing their hesitancy. Where the energy goes is the Nine of Swords. They're still in their head about the situation. And we've got the Ten of Cups. What's on the bottom? The Lovers, that decision and choice, that communication that they need to make towards yourself. Okay, this person, there's a focus on Aquarius energy with that Fool card, where the Aquarius energy can sometimes be the weirdo in the zodiac, but in the best possible way. This person could be kind of confusing you, confounding you because of the way they're acting. And this person, it gives me that energy of like a duck or a swan where maybe it doesn't look like a lot is going on the surface, but their legs are paddling furiously under the water. This person's too focused at the moment on what could go wrong, but it is moving towards at some point this Ten of Cups energy with you, which makes me think this has to be someone that you are interested in, but the platonic connection or the distance between the two of you is standing in the way, and it's taking them some time to take that leap and actually just go for it, just try for it, just to open up emotionally to you. But this person does think about you an awful lot and wants to be more open and romantically invested or involved with yourself, but they've got an energy here and a kind of negative sense. They're more pessimistic as opposed to optimistic, and they're at the crossroads now with that Fool energy and the Seven of Cups, but they've got that paralyzation at the moment caused by the mind, and they may at times come a little bit closer to you, then kind of pull away a little bit, I feel like for you, this person is very hard to read because at times their actions or their energy contradicts themselves, but at some point, it seems like it is going to move towards that Ten of Cups. However, this may be a situation that takes some time, but on a subconscious level, because the Six of Swords is navigating through issues, forward progress, and the Fool is the potential of all things, and that card that comes before the Magician, that manifestation. Um, there is some type of forward progress in the situation that we maybe don't see at the moment. Anyway, guys, that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Remember, though, it is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. However, if you are interested in personal readings and want some specific information and answers around your own situations, you can check out the sale in the description box below. Cheers.